Why older adults keep coughing up mucus every day and how to stop it naturally after 60. If you're over 60 and find yourself constantly clearing your throat or coughing up mucus every morning, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not stuck with this forever. Before we dive in, pause for a second. When was the last time you had a full day without that annoying throat clearing? If you can't remember, this video is exactly what you need. What I'm about to share changed everything for a 72-year-old woman who thought she'd have to live with this problem forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this happens after 63 natural solutions that work, including one that surprised even her doctor. Stay with me, because the transformation you're about to see is nothing short of remarkable. Meet Sylvia, a 72-year-old former elementary school teacher from Phoenix who spent 35 years inspiring children and never had a sick day she couldn't handle. But 3 years after retirement, something changed. Every morning she'd wake up with thick mucus in her throat that wouldn't go away. She'd spend the first hour of each day coughing, clearing her throat and feeling embarrassed about the constant noise. Her grandchildren started avoiding hugs because they were worried about her coughing fits. Her doctor told her it was just part of getting older and suggested cough drops. Sylvia felt defeated. Was this really her new normal? She'd always been the one taking care of everyone else, and now she felt like her own body was betraying her. The worst part? She started avoiding social activities because she was self-conscious about the constant throat clearing. Church services, book club meetings, even phone calls with old friends became sources of anxiety. But Sylvia refused to accept this as her fate. She began researching natural solutions, and what she discovered not only solved her problem, but gave her back her confidence and voice. Her story proves that what many doctors dismiss as normal aging can actually be addressed naturally and effectively. Here's what's really happening in your body after 60 that nobody talks about. Your respiratory system undergoes significant changes that directly impact mucus production and clearance. First, the tiny hair-like structures called cilia that line your airways become less efficient. Think of cilia as tiny brooms that constantly sweep mucus up and out of your lungs. After 60, these brooms move about 50% slower than they did in your younger years. This means mucus that should be cleared naturally starts accumulating, especially overnight when you're lying flat for hours. Second, your mucus itself changes composition. It becomes thicker and stickier due to decreased water content in your tissues and changes in the proteins that make up mucus. This isn't just about drinking more water, though that helps, but it's about how your body processes and maintains moisture at the cellular level. Third, your immune system's response changes. Your body produces more mucus as a protective mechanism, but the clearing mechanism slows down. It's like having a drain that produces more water but empties more slowly. Eventually, you get back up. Environmental factors hit seniors harder too. Dry indoor air from heating systems, increased time spent indoors, and decreased physical activity all contribute to mucus thickening. Your body is literally trying to protect itself from dry, potentially irritating air by producing more mucus. But, without proper clearance, it accumulates. The medication factor is huge, but rarely discussed. Many common medications prescribed to seniors, including blood pressure medications, antihistamines, and even some heart medications, can thicken mucus or dry out your airways, making the problem worse. Have you noticed this gets worse in certain seasons? Drop a comment and let us know when yours is at its worst. Understanding these patterns is the first step to addressing them naturally. Let's talk about the everyday habits that are secretly sabotaging your respiratory health. Sylvia discovered she was unknowingly making her mucus problem worse with seemingly innocent daily choices. The medication trap is the biggest culprit. If you're taking ACE inhibitors for blood pressure, antihistamines for allergies, or certain antidepressants, these can significantly thicken your mucus. Don't stop taking prescribed medications, but understanding their effects helps you compensate with other strategies. Sylvia was taking 2 different medications that were contributing to her problem, and once she knew this, she could work with her doctor to time them better and add natural countermeasures. Your heating system is another silent saboteur. Most homes during winter months have humidity levels below 30%, but your respiratory system needs 40 to 50% humidity to function optimally. That forced air heating system is essentially creating a desert environment in your home, causing your body to produce more protective mucus while simultaneously making it harder to clear. Dietary triggers are often overlooked by seniors. Dairy products don't actually increase mucus production, but they can make existing mucus thicker and harder to clear. Processed foods high in sodium cause your body to retain water in the wrong places while dehydrating your respiratory tissues. Sugar and refined carbohydrates can increase inflammation, making mucus production worse. The morning coffee habit many seniors love can actually backfire. While caffeine can temporarily help clear mucus, it also dehydrates you. And if you're drinking coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, it can increase stomach acid production, which can contribute to postnasal drip later in the day. Your sleeping position matters more than you think. Sleeping completely flat allows mucus to pool in your throat overnight. Many seniors develop this habit as they age, especially if they have joint issues that make sleeping propped up uncomfortable. The throat clearing trap is real. The more you clear your throat, the more irritated it becomes, causing more mucus production. It's a vicious cycle that many seniors fall into without realizing it. Are you taking any of these common medications? Don't worry. We'll show you how to work around this. Understanding what's working against you is the first step to working with your body's natural healing ability. Natural solution. Number 1. The morning ritual. Sylvia's 5-minute morning game changer. This is the routine that gave Sylvia her mornings back. She went from spending an hour each morning coughing and clearing her throat to having clear, comfortable airways within minutes of waking up. The warm salt water gargle technique. Start with 8 ounces of warm water, not hot, not cold, but comfortably warm like a nice cup of tea. Add half a teaspoon of high-quality sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. Regular table salt works too, but natural salts have additional minerals that help reduce inflammation. Gargle for 30 seconds, focusing on letting the salt water reach the back of your throat where mucus tends to accumulate. The salt helps break down thick mucus, while the warmth soothes irritated tissues. Do this twice, once to loosen everything, then brush your teeth, then gargle again to clear what's been loosened. Proper hydration timing. Here's what most people get wrong about hydration. Timing matters as much as quantity. Immediately after your saltwater gargle, drink 16 ounces of room temperature water. Not cold water, which can cause your throat to constrict, and not hot water, which can irritate already sensitive tissues. Room temperature water is absorbed more quickly and helps thin mucus from the inside out. But here's the key. Add a pinch of high-quality salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon to this water. The salt helps with absorption, and the lemon provides vitamin C and natural enzymes that help break down mucus. Drink this 30 minutes before eating anything else. This gives your body time to absorb the hydration and put it to work clearing your airways. Steam inhalation method. Fill a large bowl with hot water, hot enough to create steam, but not so hot it burns your face. Add 3 drops of eucalyptus oil or a teaspoon of dried peppermint leaves. Lean over the bowl with a towel draped over your head, creating a tent. Breathe normally for 5 minutes, allowing the steam to penetrate your sinuses and throat. This helps loosen stubborn mucus and reduces inflammation in your airways. The key is consistency. Do this every morning for at least 2 weeks. Sylvia noticed improvement after just 3 days, but the real transformation happened when she made it a daily habit. Pro tips for success. Keep a glass of water by your bed so you can start hydrating before you even get up. The salt water gargle works best when you haven't eaten or drunk anything else first. If you have dentures, remove them before the steam inhalation for maximum benefit. This morning routine takes just 5 minutes, but addresses mucus at its source, thinning it, soothing irritated tissues, and supporting your body's natural clearing mechanisms. Natural solution number 2, the dietary approach. Foods that fight mucus and ones that feed it. What you eat directly impacts mucus production and thickness. Sylvia discovered that changing just a few key foods made a dramatic difference in her daily comfort. Anti-inflammatory foods for seniors. Ginger is your most powerful ally. Fresh ginger root contains compounds called gingerols that naturally break down mucus and reduce inflammation. Add a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger to hot water and let it steep for 10 minutes. Drink this twice daily. If fresh ginger is too strong, start with ginger tea bags or add ground ginger to your meals. Turmeric works synergistically with ginger. The active compound curcumin reduces inflammatory responses that trigger excess mucus production. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric powder into warm milk or add it to soups and stews. For better absorption, always combine turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. Pineapple contains bromelain, a natural enzyme that breaks down proteins in mucus, making it easier to clear. Eat fresh pineapple, not canned, as processing destroys the enzymes. A cup of fresh pineapple daily provides enough bromelain to make a difference. Garlic and onions contain sulfur compounds that thin mucus and have natural antibacterial properties. If raw garlic is too strong, roast whole cloves and eat them with meals. They become sweet and mild while retaining their mucus-fighting properties. Mucus-reducing herbs and spices. Oregano, thyme and sage are natural expectorants that help your body clear mucus more effectively. Use fresh herbs in cooking or make teas by steeping a teaspoon of dried herbs in hot water for 10 minutes. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, which temporarily increases mucus flow to clear congestion. Start with just a pinch in soup or tea. A little goes a long way, especially for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Foods to avoid or limit. Dairy products don't increase mucus production, but they can make existing mucus thicker and harder to clear. If you notice your symptoms are worse after milk, cheese or yogurt, try reducing these for 2 weeks and see if you notice improvement. Processed foods high in sodium cause your body to retain water in tissues while dehydrating your respiratory system. This creates thicker, stickier mucus that's harder to clear. Sugar and refined carbohydrates increase inflammation throughout your body, including your respiratory system. This doesn't mean you can never have dessert, but reducing added sugars can make a noticeable difference. Cold foods and beverages can cause your throat muscles to contract, making it harder to clear mucus. Room temperature or warm foods and drinks are better choices. The hydration strategy. Beyond water, herbal teas are excellent for thinning mucus. Chamomile, peppermint and green tea all have anti-inflammatory properties. Warm bone broth provides hydration plus amino acids that support respiratory health. Which of these foods do you eat regularly? Tell us in the comments. You might be surprised by what helps or hurts. Small dietary changes can have big impacts on your daily comfort and breathing. Natural solution. Number 3. The environmental fix. Simple home changes that work overnight. Your home environment plays a huge role in mucus production and clearance. These simple modifications can dramatically improve your daily comfort without spending a fortune. Your home's humidity should be between 40 and 50% year-round. Most heated homes in winter drop to 20 to 30%, which is like living in a desert. This forces your body to produce more protective mucus while making it thicker and harder to clear. A simple hygrometer costs under $10 and tells you exactly what you're working with. For whole house humidity, a humidifier in your bedroom makes the biggest difference since you spend 6 to 8 hours there. Cool mist humidifiers are safer for seniors than warm mist versions. Can't afford a humidifier? Place bowls of water near heat sources, hang damp towels on radiators, or keep houseplants that naturally increase humidity. Indoor air quality affects mucus production more than most people realize. Dust, pet dander, and chemical residues from cleaning products can trigger increased mucus production. HEPA air purifiers are ideal but expensive. Budget alternatives include opening windows for 10 minutes daily, using exhaust fans while cooking and showering. Natural air purifiers work too. Spider plants, peace lilies, and snake plants remove toxins from the air while adding humidity. These plants are low maintenance and perfect for seniors. Your sleeping environment is crucial because you're there for hours in a prone position. Elevate your head 6 to 8 inches using an extra pillow or wedge pillow. Wash bedding in hot water weekly to eliminate dust mites, which can trigger increased mucus production. Use fragrance-free detergents and fabric softeners. Keep pets out of the bedroom if possible. Even if you're not allergic, pet dander can contribute to mucus production in sensitive individuals. Maintain consistent temperatures between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Frequent temperature changes force your respiratory system to constantly adjust. Avoid sleeping with heating vents blowing directly on you. The constant dry airflow can irritate your throat and sinuses overnight. Switch to natural cleaning products or make your own using vinegar, baking soda and essential oils. Chemical cleaners and air fresheners can irritate airways. Store chemicals like paint, gasoline and cleaning supplies in the garage or basement, not in living areas where fumes can affect your respiratory system. Open windows for fresh air circulation, even just 5 minutes daily. Monitor humidity levels and adjust as needed. What's the humidity level in your home right now? The breathing technique secret. The 60-second technique that clears everything. This is the technique that surprised Sylvia the most. Her doctor had never mentioned it, but it's based on respiratory therapy principles used in hospitals. The controlled cough technique. Sit up straight in a comfortable chair. Take a deep breath through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold this breath for 3 seconds. Now, instead of coughing hard, do a controlled huff, like fogging up a mirror, but more forceful. The postural drainage method. Lean forward about 30 degrees while sitting. This position uses gravity to help mucus drain from your lower lungs. The humming technique. This might sound strange, but humming creates vibrations that help loosen mucus. Hum your favorite song for 1 minute. Do this complete sequence 3 times daily, upon waking, mid-afternoon and before bed. The morning session clears overnight accumulation. If sitting forward is uncomfortable, use pillows for support. If you can't take deep breaths due to other conditions, work within your comfort range. The key is consistency and patience. This technique works by training your respiratory system to clear mucus more effectively. Within a week, you'll notice improvement. Within just 2 weeks of combining these natural approaches, Sylvia's life completely changed. The constant morning coughing fits that had plagued her for 3 years were gone. She woke up with clear airways and a comfortable throat. Her grandchildren started asking for hugs again because Grandma wasn't coughing anymore. She rejoined her church choir, something she'd given up because she was embarrassed about throat clearing during services. But the physical changes were just the beginning. Sylvia's confidence returned. She started hosting book club meetings again, made plans to visit friends she'd been avoiding, and even signed up for a cooking class she'd been wanting to take. Her voice became stronger and clearer. Her sleep improved dramatically because she wasn't waking up throughout the night with coughing fits. The most remarkable change was her energy level. She hadn't realized how much energy she'd been spending on constant throat clearing and the anxiety that came with it. Now she felt like herself again, the vibrant, engaged woman who had inspired children for 35 years. Key takeaway. The most important thing Sylvia learned was that this isn't just about age. It's about giving your body the right support to function at its best, regardless of age. Your respiratory system is designed to clear mucus efficiently, but it needs the right conditions to do its job. These natural solutions work because they support your body's existing mechanisms rather than fighting against them. You don't have to accept constant mucus as part of aging. Your body is still capable of healing and improving. It just needs the right approach. If this resonates with you, hit that like button and share this with someone dealing with the same issue. Comment below with which tip you'll try first. It could help someone else take action. Subscribe for more natural health solutions designed for life after 60.